Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Daily Illini Sports Update. I'm Torrence Sorrell alongside my colleague Sam Sherman, and the Illini bounced back, man. They bounced back from losing to Miami a week ago. They defeated the American Eagles, and mind you, it's not the clothing store.
No. the college basketball team,
right.
the American Eagles.
So they defeated the American Eagles 55-70, winning their 7th game in the season, I believe. And Sam, what's your takeaway from the first half of the game?
Well, first half, I think what was not so surprising is seeing Illinois kind of coming out a little bit stronger offensively, considering the fact that the last 2 games, Miami and then Baylor before that, were not strong offensively. Their shooting percentages had kind of gone down. They'd kind of always improved in the second half from the first, but I think for them it was nice to see that their offense was coming out. I think the concern for them was a little bit more on the defensive end, where American was sort of able to have some of the stuff that they wanted to do go through the typically strong Illinois defense. But as the first half kind of progressed, Illinois started to lock up a little bit more. It wasn't a great game, I think, on either side for Illinois. I think it was a little bit more solid than anything great, like some of the games earlier in the season for them. But it is an opponent that was really looking to slow. American is a very slow-paced team. They played a very slow tempo, and so for Illinois to adjust to that, I think they've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, just going off what you said about ball handling, too. This team matched a season high of 14 turnovers. That's something you definitely don't want to see. Gross alluded to it during the press conference, saying that was uncharacteristic of his team. And also another thing that stood out, too, was the bench production. We talked about offensively, but the bench came out hot. They outscored the Eagles, I believe, 28-3. Huge margin. And Malcolm Hill said during the press conference that, this is a bench full of starters. They could potentially start anywhere in any other school. So those guys came out and definitely gave the Illini a boost.
And you look at just looking at the numbers here, Maverick Morgan, who hasn't really been known for his scoring at this point of his Illinois career, he came out with 8 points, and then Jalen Tate with pitching in 8 as well. So to kind of see that scoring and that production, and even I think more important for them, seeing Maverick played defense, and he still he talked about in the after the game that he needed to stay out of foul trouble, which he knows that, but I think defensively he looked strong out there, he looked more confident, and if you could throw in some scoring, that's a nice piece to come off the bench.
That was probably the best game I've seen Maverick Morgan play, to be honest with you.
Kind of confident, looked a little bit more like like he belongs, and he's always had the size. I think that you just kind of have to adjust when you get to the college level, and understand that a lot of guys are going to be strong, a lot of guys are going to be big. You have to just then do what you can do.
And just going off with some of the American Eagles players, Pee Wee Gardner, fan favorite out here.
They were
I
yelling
honestly
his
didn't
name.
think his name was Pee Wee until the Orange Crush started to say that was his name. I'm like, okay, that's actually that guy's name, and he's 5'9" to actually match him being Pee Wee.
He might even be shorter if you I know he's listed there, but he could be possibly shorter. He poured in. He was their leading scorer with 16 points. He had some nice kind of opportunities to create his own shot, put up some threes, kind of like what Ahmad Starks will try and do throughout the season, where if you don't have the size, you got to be able to create your own shot. And Pee Wee was able to do that. But other than that, there were some decent games from players on American, but it looks like Illinois was able to mostly, as the game went on, kind of lock down on their defense.
And just also during halftime, I think that was a real good thing they did with the football team as well. Have the football team came out, got in the circle of the State Farm Center, and did the alma mater song. And it was real good. Bowl game bound. So,
who would have guessed? That at any point during the football season that the football team would get a standing ovation at the State Farm Center of all places. So, a cool moment to see that. They even had a video play, I think at halftime with the Illinois football and basketball players singing "Let It Snow" to get people into the holiday spirit. So, some fun things going on at the State Farm Center. But in terms of the game, it's a win. As football coach Tim Beckman will say, a W is a W. And I think they'll go on, and they've got a really, really tough game next Tuesday. It's the next game in New York City at Madison Square Garden against Villanova, who I think is the 9th or 10th ranked team as of today. And they're going to be a tough opponent, and that's going to be kind of another test. Probably the best team that they've, well, at least ranked the best team that they played in, and
Right.
probably in terms of the talent and skill level as well. So that'll be a really good test for this Illinois team.
All right, you going to MSG?
I don't think I'm going to make the trip, unfortunately, but I'll make it there one day.
All right, well, there you have it. You heard it first from Sam Sherman. For myself, alongside my colleague Sam Sherman, I'm Torrence Sorrell, and we'll see you soon.